Humphrey Bogart entered the world on December 25, 1899 in New York City, born into comfort but not necessarily warmth. His father was a respected surgeon and his mother a successful illustrator, and together they provided him with privilege, education, and access to elite social circles. Yet behind that polished upbringing, there was a noticeable emotional distance within the household. Bogart grew up in an environment where expectations were high, but affection was limited, shaping a personality that would later seem guarded and self-contained. Like many young men of his time, he briefly served in World War I, returning with a slightly altered outlook on life. Rather than follow a traditional career path, he drifted toward the stage, not out of certainty, but out of a quiet need to find a place where he could express something deeper. Finding his way in an uncertain career. Bogart's early career was far from glamorous or assured. During the 1920s, he worked steadily in Broadway productions, taking on small roles while also learning the mechanics of theater behind the scenes. These years were more about survival than success, but they built a strong foundation for his craft. When he transitioned to Hollywood in the 1930s, he faced a different kind of struggle. Studios often placed him in repetitive roles, usually as gangsters or secondary antagonists, limiting his ability to showcase emotional range. It wasn't until The Petrified Forest, 1936, that people began to see his potential as something more than just another tough face. Even then, recognition came slowly. Bogart's rise wasn't a sudden leap, but a steady climb shaped by patience, persistence, and a quiet determination to be taken seriously. The breakthrough that changed everything. The early 1940s transformed Bogart's career in ways few could have predicted. His role as Sam Spade in The Maltese Falcon, 1941, introduced audiences to a different kind of leading man, one who was thoughtful, conflicted, and not always morally certain. It was a sharp contrast to the polished heroes of the time, and it resonated deeply. Then came Casablanca, 1942, where Bogart's portrayal of Rick Blaine brought emotional depth to a character defined by sacrifice and restraint. These roles didn't just make him famous, they redefined what audiences expected from a screen hero. His performances felt lived in, as though they carried real experience behind them. This authenticity set him apart and helped establish him as one of the most compelling actors of his era. Love, partnership, and stability. In 1944, while filming To Have and Have Not, Bogart met Lauren Bacall, and their connection quickly became something special. Despite a significant age difference, their relationship was grounded in mutual respect and understanding. They married in 1945, and for the first time, Bogart seemed to find a sense of stability in his personal life. Their partnership extended beyond their home into their work, as they appeared together in several films that showcased their natural chemistry. With Bacall, Bogart revealed a softer, more relaxed side of himself, one that contrasted with his often intense screen presence. Their relationship became one of Hollywood's most admired, not because it was perfect, but because it felt genuine, offering a glimpse of balance in an otherwise demanding and unpredictable industry. A craft built on subtlety. What truly distinguished Bogart as an actor was his ability to convey emotion without excess. He didn't rely on dramatic gestures or elaborate expressions. Instead, he used restraint, allowing small details to carry meaning. A pause, a glance, or a shift in tone often revealed more than words could. This understated style made his performances feel natural and believable. Audiences connected with him not because he seemed larger than life, but because he felt real. He brought complexity to every role, portraying characters who were strong yet uncertain, confident yet vulnerable. This balance gave his work a lasting quality, ensuring that his performances would continue to resonate long after their time. Bogart's approach quietly reshaped acting, influencing generations who followed. The man behind the persona. Off-screen, Bogart was known to be thoughtful, independent, and sometimes difficult to read. He valued loyalty and maintained close friendships, often preferring the company of a few trusted individuals over large social gatherings. While he could be warm and engaging, he also had a tendency to keep parts of himself private. This reserved nature may have stemmed from his upbringing, where emotional expression was not always encouraged. Those who worked with him often described a man who was intelligent and perceptive, but also someone who guarded his inner world carefully. This balance between openness and distance added to his mystique. It also mirrored the characters he portrayed, suggesting that his performances were not just acting, but reflections of a deeper, more personal understanding of human nature. Relationships that shaped his life. Before finding lasting happiness, Bogart experienced several relationships that helped shape his outlook on life. His earlier marriages reflected the challenges of balancing personal connection with a demanding career. Each relationship brought its own lessons, contributing to his emotional growth over time. While these experiences were not always easy, they played a role in shaping the man he became. By the time he met Lauren Bacall, he seemed more aware of what he needed in a partner and in life. Their marriage stood in contrast to his earlier ones, offering a sense of partnership that was both supportive and enduring. It highlighted a different side of Bogart, one that valued connection, family, and stability alongside professional success. A lasting influence on cinema, Bogart's impact on cinema is difficult to overstate. He changed the way audiences viewed leading men, moving away from idealized perfection towards something more grounded and authentic. His characters often faced moral dilemmas, reflecting the complexities of real life rather than simple narratives. This approach helped shape entire genres, particularly film noir, and influenced countless actors who followed. Even today, his performances continue to feel relevant, speaking to universal themes of love, sacrifice, and identity. Bogart's legacy is not just in the films he made, but in the standard he set for honesty and depth in acting. He showed that strength could be quiet, and that vulnerability could coexist with resilience, leaving a lasting mark on the art of storytelling. Final years and enduring legacy. In his later years, Bogart continued to work with dedication, taking on roles that reflected both his experience and his evolving perspective. Though his life was cut short in 1957, his influence has endured for decades. Lauren Bacall remained a central figure in preserving his memory, often speaking about him with affection and respect. Today, Bogart is remembered not just as a film icon, but as a human being who navigated success, challenges, and personal growth. His story is one of persistence and transformation, marked by both achievements and complexities. By looking beyond the surface, we see a man who brought authenticity to everything he did, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire audiences and artists around the world.